Good morning, student. Today is our module 6 and it is lecture 6 of same chapter rational number. Today we are going to cover these topics. We will complete our exercise 1C. Then we will start multiplication of rational numbers. Then we will do properties of multiplication of rational number. And then we will start our exercise 1D. So, let us complete our exercise 1C. Its fourth question. Fourth question is fill in the blanks. Its fifth question is fill in the blank. Here, in every part, one fill in the blank is given like this. In first part, this is the fill in the blank. We have to fill this. Now, we will see from the part which property is used and which number is to be written in the fill in the blank. Like this, it is negative 3 upon 17 plus negative 12 upon 5 is equal to negative 12 upon 5. Here, the order is changed from left hand side to right hand side. Means commutative law. It's a commutative law. So, we'll change the order and write our answer as negative 3 upon 17, which is our first number. Similarly, in second part, negative 9 plus negative 21 upon 8. Here also the order is reversed and this is the fill in the blank. So second number on the left hand side will become the first number on the right hand side. Again the commutative law is used. Now let us see what happens in third part. In third part, on left hand side, see brackets are given. Here two numbers, negative 8 upon 13 and 3 upon 7 are added. Then the third number is negative 13 upon 4. On right hand side, this is the fill in the blank. So here associative law is used and we have done the grouping. We have changed the groups. So earlier these two numbers were in bracket. Now the last two numbers are in bracket and first number will be same as this. Similarly, we have done the fourth part and fifth part by using the associative law and we have filled up these two fill-ups. Now what happened in the sixth part? Here on left hand side, one fill in the blank is given, negative 16 upon 7 plus dash. On right hand side, dash plus negative 16 upon 7. And then answer is coming out to be same, negative 16 upon 7. So, we have to think which number we should add here so that the answer will remain same. So, recall the property existence of additive identity in that we have learned whenever 0 is added to a rational number, the answer will be the same rational number. So, here we will write 0. In this way, this question is completed. Now, come to the next question. Not next, it is 14th question of the exercise in which some questions are given and we have to answer. The first part is which rational number is its own additive inverse, so that is 0. Similarly, the second part is the difference of two rational numbers is a rational number? Yes, it is. Yes. Now, the next part, he is saying is addition is commutative on rational number? Yes, it is commutative on rational numbers. Now next is addition associative on rational number? Yes, addition associative on rational numbers. The answer is yes. Similarly here addition is commutative on rational number. Answer is yes. Now is subtraction is commutative on rational number? No. Subtraction is not commutative on rational number. Is subtraction is associative on rational number? No. Now next is what is the negative of a negative rational number? It means then let us take an example. Negative of a negative rational number. What does it mean? Means negative is being multiplied by a rational number. So the answer will become positive of that number. So we will write positive value of a rational number. Now let us start our next topic, that is multiplication of rational number. Multiplication of rational number. Now if we have two rational numbers a upon b and c upon d, and we have to multiply that. So what we will do? We will do the multiplication of numerators upon the multiplication of denominators, and we have to remember the rules of multiplication. Now let us take an example. If a upon b is 3 by 4 and c upon d is negative 5 upon 7, then when we have to multiply, what we will do? We will multiply the numerators and we will multiply the denominators. 3 into negative 5 will become negative 15 and 4 into 7 will become 28. So negative 15 upon 28 is the answer. Now there is one rule that is a spawn rule. These are the points to remember while multiplication. What is the spawn rule? This rule is just for remembering how we can do the multiplication of a rational number or integers. This rule we have already done in class 7th also. Now today I am again revising with you. What does it mean? Spawn. Like we have done the BODMAS. This is a spawn. Spawn means SP stands for same positive and ON stands for opposite negative. Means if we will multiply the same sign rational number, the answer will be positive, and if we multiply the opposite sign rational numbers, the answer will be negative. Like if positive rational number is multiplied with the positive number, then answer is positive. If the negative number multiplied by negative, means both signs are same, so answer is positive. If one is positive, other is negative, then answer is negative. If the first rational number is negative and the second is positive, then also the answer is negative. So same, positive, opposite, negative. So this is a way to remember the multiplication rules. Now let us see this rule with some examples. Here I have multiplied two negative numbers. See, if we multiply these two, the answer is positive. And in second part I have taken two positive rational numbers. These are the two positive rational numbers. If I will multiply, the answer will be positive. Similarly, in third example, one number is positive, first number is positive, the second is negative. The positive is multiplied with the negative number, the answer is negative. In fourth part, the first number is negative and the second number is positive. if we will multiply again, the answer is negative. So we have to remember this pawn rule while multiplying the rational numbers. Now let us start with properties of rational number. Our first property is closure property. What does it say? It says that product of two rational number is always a rational number. If a upon b and c upon d are two rational numbers and we will multiply, their product will be a rational number. Let us understand this with an example. Here we have taken a two rational number. First is negative 3 upon 7 and the second is 5 upon 14. Now if we will multiply, the numerator is multiplied with the numerator and denominator is multiplied with the denominator. If we will multiply these two, the answer is negative 15 upon 98 and this is also a rational number. Now our second property is commutative law. What does it say? It says that two rational numbers can be multiplied in any order. Means if a upon b and c upon d are two rational numbers, then a upon b into c upon d is equal to c upon d into a upon b. So we have changed the order here. So recall this punchline, ulta pulta ek saman. So we can multiply it in any ways, the answer will remain same. Now let us understand with this property with an example. Here I have taken two rational number a upon b as negative 3 upon 4 and c upon d as 5 upon 7. Now I will write left hand side and right hand side and change the order. Let us see what happens. Now on left hand side I am multiplying a upon b into c upon d. Here I have multiplied and answer is negative 15 upon 28. Now on right hand side I have changed the order, c upon d into a upon b. Now 5 upon 7 is the first rational number and the second is negative 3 upon 4. If I will multiply, I will get negative 15 upon 28 as a answer. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we can multiply two rational number in any way. Now next is associative law. What does it say? It says that while multiplying three or more rational numbers, they can be grouped in any order. This is the same grouping property. This is also known as grouping property. Means if I'll change the order of rational number, the answer will remain same. Now I have three rational numbers a upon b, c upon d and e upon f. Now a upon b into c upon d is first grouped and multiplied by a third number, and on right hand side I have grouped c upon d and e upon f in a bracket. So then a upon b is multiplied by this bracket. If I will multiply these three numbers in this manner or in this manner, the answer will remain same. Let us understand this with an example. If a upon b is negative 5 upon 2 and c upon d is negative 7 upon 4 and e upon f is 1 upon 3. Now again I have taken left hand side and right hand side. On left hand side, I have grouped a upon b and c upon d in one bracket into e upon f. Here I have done the multiplication, and after multiplying it, I get 35 upon 24 as answer. Now let us see what happens on right hand side. Here a upon b multiplied by in bracket c upon d into e upon f. Now I'll solve this bracket first and get this step as a next step. Now if I'll multiply these two numbers, I'll get 35 upon 24 as the answer as negative 5 multiplied by negative 7. The answer is 35, and 2 multiplied by 12, the answer is 24. So here also we can see the LHS is equal to RHS. Now our next property is existence of multiplicative identity. It says that for any rational number a upon b, we have a upon b into 1 is equal to 1 into a upon b and is equal to a upon b. Means if any rational number is multiplied by 1, we will get same rational number as the answer, and 1 is called the multiplicative identity of a rational number. Now let us take an example. If our rational number is 3 upon 4, so on left hand side, if I'll multiply 3 upon 4 into 1, I'll get 3 upon 4 as the answer, and on right hand side, if I'll multiply 1 into the same rational number, I'll get the same answer 3 upon 4, and left hand side is equal to right hand side. So if any rational number multiplied by 1, we will get the same rational number as an answer. Now let us do the next property, that is existence of multiplicative inverse. What does a multiplicative inverse? It is basically a reciprocal of any rational number. So it says that every non-zero rational number, remember always non-zero rational number, as we know 0 is also a rational number. So this is applicable for every non-zero rational number, not for 0. Every non-zero rational number a upon b has a multiplicative inverse as its reciprocal. See, if this is a rational number, its reciprocal will be, its denominator will become numerator and numerator will become denominator. So this is a reciprocal of this number. Now this is explained through this a upon b. If a number is multiplied by its reciprocal, this is a given rational number and this is its multiplicative inverse or its reciprocal, the answer will be 1, and its reciprocal is called this b upon a is called the reciprocal of a upon b. It means that if a number is multiplied by its reciprocal, the answer will be 1. Now some points we have to keep in your mind. 0 has no reciprocal, means 0, because this reciprocal rule is applicable for only non-zero rational numbers, and reciprocal of 1 is always 1, and reciprocal of negative 1 is always negative 1, and we have another way of writing a reciprocal as this. It means that if it is written, this is a rational number, and I'll put a bracket here and write exponent negative 1. It means that I have to do the reciprocal of this number and answer will be b upon a. So any number raised to the power -1. It means that we have to write the answer of its reciprocal. So now let us take some examples. The first one, write the reciprocal of -5 upon 7. So reciprocal of -5 upon 7 is 7 upon -5, and we know that we should not write negative in the denominator, so we will convert its denominator negative to positive by multiplying -1 to the numerator and denominator both, and we will get this as a answer. Now in next question, he is asking what is the value of 2 upon 3 raised to the power -1. As above I have explained you, if the exponent is -1, it means that he is asking for its reciprocal. So we will write here its reciprocal as 3 upon 2. Now let us do the next law, distributive law of multiplication over addition. This is a very important law. It says that for every 3 rational numbers a upon b, c upon d and e upon f, we have this thing. See, what does it mean? Here first rational number is multiplied by addition of other two rational number. Now here we have to open the bracket. This a upon b is multiplied by c by d, as well as it is multiplied by e by f. So how can we write a upon b into c upon d? Here is a plus sign, so here we will write plus, and then a upon b is multiplied by e upon f. This is called distributive law of multiplication over addition. Now let us take an example. Here a upon b is -3 by 4, b upon c is 2 by 3, and e upon f is -5 upon 6. So we will solve this question by distributive law and in a simple way. Both ways we will solve it and see whether answers are same or not. Now on left hand side, this is the first way we are solving. Here -3 upon 4 multiplied by the second and third number 2 by 3 plus -5 by 6. First we will solve this bracket here like this. After solving this bracket, we will reach to this step, and then we will solve this bracket and get -1 by 6 as answer, and this is multiplied by the first number -3 by 4, and we will get 1 by 8 as answer. Now let us solve this question by the distributive law. On right hand side, using the distributive law, we will write this question again. -3 by 4 multiplied by bracket 2 by 3 plus -5 by 6. Now this is our a upon b, this is our c upon d, and this is our e upon f. The -3 upon 4 is multiplied by 2 by 3, as well as it is multiplied by -5 by 6. How? Let us see in the next step. If we will open the bracket, we will write -3 by 4 into 2 by 3. Here is a plus sign, we will write plus here. and then negative 3 by 4 multiplied by negative 5 by 6. Now we will solve these two brackets separately and get this step. 3 negative 3 by 3 into 2 will be negative 6 and 4 into 3 will be 12. So negative 6 by 12 is the answer of this bracket. Similarly, negative 3 multiplied by negative 5 is 15 and 4 multiplied by 6 is 24, and this is the answer of this bracket. Now we will solve these two rational number. This is a simple addition of two rational number. After solving it, we will get 1 by 8 as answer. So again, by solving in both ways, we will get the same answer. So LHS is equal to RHS. Now next is multiplicative property of 0. It says that every rational number multiplied by 0 gives 0. If we have a rational number a upon b and I'll multiply it with 0, I'll get 0 as a answer. So this is the last property. Now let us start exercise 1D. In exercise 1D, question number first is find the product of the following. Product means we have to multiply. Here I have written only 4 parts. Today we are going to do 4 parts as a CW from exercise 1D. Now first part is 3 by 5 multiplied by negative 7 upon 8. Here we will multiply numerator by numerator. So 3 multiplied by negative 7 we will get as negative 21 as an answer. So we will write here numerator. And 5 into 8 we will multiply in denominator. So 5 into 8 will become 40. And negative 21 upon 40 will become our answer. Similarly, we have done the second part. Here negative 9 upon 2 multiplied by 5 upon 4. We will multiply numerator by numerator. Negative 9 into 5 is negative 45 and 2 into 4. Both the denominators are multiplied and we will get 8 as the answer, and the whole answer will become negative 45 upon 8. Now third part is negative 6 upon 11 multiplied by 5 upon 3. Negative 5 upon 3. Here we can see we can do the cancelling, as 3 and 6 there are common factor with, so we will cut the numerator and denominator and get we will cut 3 ones are 3 and 3 2s are 6. So here we will write, and negative 2 multiplied by negative 5, negative 2 multiplied by negative 5. Here both the number are negative and this is our numerator. So answer is positive. So 10 is our numerator. And C, in denominator 11 into 1. 11 into 1 is 11. So this is our denominator. So answer is 10 upon 11. Similarly, we have done the fourth part. Here negative 2 upon 3 multiplied by 6 upon 7. Again we can cut this 3 in denominator and this 6 is in numerator. So we can do our cancelling. Cancelling can be done between numerator and denominator. So we can cut here like we have done here. Now numerator is negative 2 into 2 is negative 4 is a numerator, and 3 into 7 as a denominator. So here we will 1 into 7, not 3 into 7, it is 1 into 7. So we will get 7 as a answer. So our answer is negative 4 upon 7. Now let us do the sixth question. Here he is asking find the value. Again in this also we have done the 4 parts. Here it is 5 upon 8 raised to the power negative 1. Negative 1 means we have to write its reciprocal. So 8 upon 5 is the reciprocal of 5 upon 8. Similarly, in second part, negative 4 upon 9, we have to write the reciprocal. So that will be 9 upon negative 4. And we cannot write negative in the denominator, so we will change it denominator positive, and we will multiply numerator and denominator by negative 1 and get negative 9 by 4 as an answer. Now in third part the question is negative 7 raised to the power negative 1. So its reciprocal is negative 1 upon 7. Similarly, in fourth part, 1 upon negative 3 raised to the power negative 1. So its reciprocal is negative 3. Now it's time for homework. Today's homework, you have to note down all the notes which are taught in the class in your copies. I will provide a PDF for that, and as a homework you have to do exercise 1D, question number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 part. After noting down the CW work, you will do your homework. This and scanned copy of exercise 1D and its answer is given below. Here I am showing you. Here is exercise 1D. This is exercise 1D. Here up to this, and after that answers are given. So after solving you can check your answers. See, in our exercise there is a minor mistake while writing the question, like 3 upon 5 into negative 7 upon 8. Here two signs are given, so by mistake brackets are not given in the question. So be careful, you have to write the bracket. Like in this part, here you will put the bracket. Like in this part you will put the bracket. In this part you will put the bracket. Similarly, you have to check all and put the bracket wherever the negative numbers are given, like this, here and here. Here it is given, like see, here it is given, here also it is given. So in some places it is missing. So whenever you are doing your question, you have to take care of this thing and mark the bracket also. Thank you.